everyone, welcome to Southern Wreaths. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and share my video. Today I'm going to show you how I make this really pretty sunflower wreath. These are the supplies I'm going to use to make this wreath. I've got these 4 ribbons. I think they go okay with this. I wish I had this orange and white check, but the orange I have is super bright. I do have a check, but it's this green color, and when I laid it out here it was way too much green. So I've got this that has like the cream color, the orange, and the green. Of course this is green. This has brown, orange, and like a reddish orange. And then I have this, this is actually like a summer ribbon, but it matches these sunflowers perfectly, so I thought that would work well. I'm only going to do a poof base because I plan on putting flowers all over it. So I'm just going to use this brown mesh. I've had it for a while, but I'm just going to finish it up. And then I have these that I got from Walmart. I don't remember how much they were, but they were really inexpensive. So I'm going to use these. So my plan is to add the sign here and then have lots of flowers. I'm not sure yet if that's how it's going to go, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to start by adding the pipe cleaners to my frame. This is a 14-inch wire frame from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to add my pipe cleaners at each crossbar. I go around the 2 inside crossbars and I twist 3 times. And I'll do this going all the way around the center. I end up with 6 on the middle. And then to add to the outside, I just pick a random crossbar to start. I'm going around the 2 outside rings this time, and I'm going to twist 3 times. I'm putting the pipe cleaner up on this ring. I'm not like putting it in between these 2, I'm just putting it up top. And then I'll lay the pipe cleaner along the frame. Where that ends is where I'm going to add my next one. And I'll do this going all the way around. I end up with 8 on the outside, so I have a total of 14. Be careful when you're squeezing through here, because if you squeeze too hard it will squeeze these will come together. After I finish adding all of my pipe cleaners, I go through and open up the outside ones. I'm going to start at a pipe cleaner that's at the crossbar. And I'm just going to pull my mesh out and I'm just going to gather it. I like to add my mesh over top of the pipe cleaner at the crossbar. I do not use the pipe cleaner yet. I'm just going to attach it with a zip tie. I do this so it doesn't come undone. Pipe cleaners don't always hold the best. I'm just going to pull it tightly with my wire cutters and then trim it away. I'm going to use my mat to help me measure. I'm going to do 12-inch poofs for this wreath. I'm lining up the pipe cleaner at the 12-inch mark, and then I'm going to pull out to the 0. My hand's like this when I pull the mesh, and then when I get to the 0 I squeeze it tighter to keep it from moving. And then I add that into my next pipe cleaner. I'm going to twist once and then a half, and this keeps it from coming undone. And then I'll fluff. I'm going to show you again. I pull it out, squeeze, and I'm kind of lifting it as I'm pulling it over. And twist. Alright, I'm going to go around all the outside and add my poofs. Once I get to my last poof on the outside, now I'm going to use the first pipe cleaner. I just put the mesh over the zip tie, pull the pipe cleaner around, and twist it 1.5 times. And now to move to the center, I'm going to go ahead and open my pipe cleaners. I'm going to gather the mesh and pull it to the closest pipe cleaner. And I'm going to twist it just 1 time. This just pulls it to the middle so that when I keep making my poofs, I don't have one that goes sideways. And I'm just going to continue making my poofs. I'm still doing 12 inches. When I do the 1.5 this time, it faces that way. And again, that's just to keep it from sliding out. I've had them undo when I'm moving them around, and then you have to go back and fix them. I just want to point out, I love when this happens. So I've said it before, but when you use a 12-inch roll for poofs, you can do 2 wreaths with 1 roll. And I did 12-inch poofs, and this is the last one. And it's exactly enough. So when I get to the end, I'm going to open that first pipe cleaner that I used to pull the mesh in, and I'm going to add my last poof. Twist 1 1/2, and then I'm going to push this mesh in between the two poofs to the back, and I'm going to attach it with a zip tie. And this will be in the same spot that my first zip tie was. I like to push the plastic piece towards the front so that no sharp pieces are sticking out. And then I'll trim it away. So this is the base of my wreath. I really love this brown color mesh. It's like a really chocolatey brown, and it has the jute lines in it. I just think it's so pretty. Alright, I've got my sign, and I've got my sunflowers. So I'm thinking that I'm going to add my sign and my sunflowers and then add ribbons to it. There's a couple reasons for this. One, I don't want to lose the ribbons behind here. And two, I don't want to put hot glue on the ribbons, because I want to be able to adjust them the way I want them to be. And I am going to hot glue these to the wreath, so you do need your hot glue gun. To attach my sign, I'm going to be using the piece of cardboard from my wreath frame and from this, because this sign is from Dollar Tree, so it's really thin. And if I use my staple gun on this, the staples will go straight through and poke out the other side. So if I take this and fold it over 2 times, so that's 3 thick, it usually doesn't go through all the way. Now you can always just use E6000 and hot glue here instead of your staple gun, but if you want to use your staple gun, this is the way to do it. Or you can use felt. I believe some people use felt. Alright, I'll take my pipe cleaner. I'm wondering if that's thick enough. I might have to fold this one in half too. I'm going to try that to make it 6 thick. So I'm thinking that that one's just not going to be quite big enough. I always check after the first one just to see. It did stick through just a tiny bit. So definitely go with 6 thick, or even 7. You see, I just push it right through. You can't really see it. I'm going to add a little bit of glue, maybe that'll thicken it. I'll let that dry there for a second. I'll add the glue in between this one. So in this case, it's 6 layers of cardboard with hot glue in the middle. Hopefully that'll be thick enough, because you want the staple to go, you know, into the sign, because you don't want it to come apart, but you don't want it to go all the way through the sign. All right, now I'm going to try this. Yeah, this still didn't work. I suggest just using glue for Dollar Tree signs. So I went through and cut a couple pieces of these, and I really like the way they look with the sign. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go over on the outside with the ribbons. I kind of like this in the middle, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to add these. They might be a little too big. I like to use a piece of cardboard. It's cut at 12 inches. It's actually just slightly under 12 inches. Since I've already got one of each here, I only need, let's see, there's 8 on the outside, 6. So I only need 3. So normally I would do 7 because I do half and half, but I'm only going to do the outside right now. So I don't count this first piece. So this would be 1, 2, 3. And then I slide the scissors in and cut. And this is just the quickest way for me to do it. And then to dovetail it, I put them together evenly. I fold it in half long ways. And then I'm going to cut from the wire side to the crease at an angle. And I get my dovetail. And I'll do that for all of my ribbon. I'm going to need 3 of each one at this point since I already have those. If I decide to add some to the center, then I'll let you know. I finished cutting on my ribbon and I dovetailed it and I stacked it the way I want to add it to my wreath. So I just grab my first stack, I get it even, fold it in half and crease, and then I pinch it 3 times at the center where I creased it. Then I'll add it into my pipe cleaner. I'm going to twist 3 times because I'm done adding things. Then I like to take a glue stick and roll down my pipe cleaner. And I fluff. I finished adding all the ribbons and I only added it to the outside. Feel free to add some to the center if you want. I don't think I'm going to add any, so I'm just going to push my pipe cleaners out of the way. Technically I should twist them 3 times, but that way they don't come undone. Alright, I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to attach it here, and then I'm going to attach these 2 scarecrows. It's a boy and a girl. I believe I got these at Walmart last year. When they're marked down, they're like 90% off. They're like 10 cents. It was really cheap. And then I'm going to add this smaller sunflowers. I may add some of the leaves, and I may add some raffia. I'm not sure yet because there's raffia here and on the scarecrows. So, to start, I'm going to move those, slide these guys over, and attach this. So to attach these guys, I am just going to hot glue them on there. I'm going to break these sticks off. Okay, these came from Dollar General. Again, they were marked down. Yep, I think I'm just going to glue them down right there. Then I'm going to lay my flowers out and make sure they're where I want them to be. Alright, I like that. You do want to make sure that your hot glue is touching your mesh when you're pressing it down. That way it has something to hold on to. Yeah, I think I'm going to add these leaves. They're actually to the larger sunflowers, but I like the color better than the color that came with these. And they're a nicer material. So one tip about Gorilla Glue, it takes a really long time to set, but it's really strong hold. So if you go do like what I'm doing where you're going to change it up and it moves, just know, just add a little bit more glue and just know it will dry. And it'll dry really, really, really well. Oh, it's so cute. I really like it with that pop of green really made a big difference. Alright, now I gotta decide if I want to add more raffia, maybe down here to balance out what's up there. This is a new bundle. I bought them in a 2-pack at Hobby Lobby because I couldn't find any at Dollar Tree. So the way I do my raffia is I pull 1 or 2 strands. Normally I open it up all the way. I just didn't want to do that, but alright. So I take these and I pull them together. So that smaller one's going to be a little different, but I pull them till they're about even. And then I do it again and again. And I end up with this bundle. And then that's when I'll just take the ends and trim it. And then once you mess with it a little bit, it'll have different lengths. Because that's kind of the fun of the raffia, is that it's all different lengths. But this is just the best way for me to get it ready. I think maybe like right here would be cute. So I'm going to add hot glue all around it. And I'm being very generous with the hot glue. I'm sticking it right behind the sign because I want it to attach to the sign. Off camera, I added a lot more raffia just to kind of balance everything out. I kind of moved this guy just a little bit. He was kind of completely turned. I tried to move him a little bit more, but it's not that big a deal. And then I had this one burlap leaf that I just decided to stick in there because I thought the colors were nice. But that's it. That's how I made my sunflower autumn wreath. If y'all have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for watching, and if y'all learned anything today or like my video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.